I think the possible change that, in my opinion, what people want is that of this dynamic between who we think is in charge and who we think is not in charge. The government has faults with it, and companies have faults with it, large companies. People with very little risk involved, but great rewards, great benefits. So the change is probably something different than what most people would first presume or get angry at. So it's easy to counteract because you can always find a reason not to do something, but which one is best? Because there are many reasons to do it and to not do it. So part of it is going to be things that the governments don't like, which is not really having as much power over things, as well as large companies, because of, I think, in order for them to have more risk and more ability to lose their job or not have a risk involved in decisions, in governmental policies. If you voted for this and it failed, it's your fault. So it's you're putting risk, and so you're going to care about it more, and that's the only way to go. Or you're going to have discongruencies between various ideas or beliefs about how things should be ran. The government and companies taking more risk and being accountable for what happens comes with, I think, normal people also being held accountable for and having more risk. If a hospital goes under, they're to blame. If there's a person, I won't bother him. If there's a company if there's a company that ends up increasing its profits and then eventually goes bankrupt, then people of that job should be out of a job and held accountable, and they have risk. So if the company goes under, they don't get I don't know what there would be. I think severance pay. I don't know if that's the word, but if they have to be, if they have to quit, or if they're fired, the people there should hold just as much accountability as the person in charge. Blaming one person as the president is not going, because it's not all his decisions. But why are we just blaming him? Because other people don't have risk involved. They're just behind. Not that they're puppets or anything, but they're behind making decisions and like, oops, we f***ed up, but like maybe somebody will hear about it, but then I'm just kind of like behind the scenes, so don't look at me. No, you guys wanted it. Well, that was the risk he would choose. And that's been happening throughout history in some beneficial ways, I think, in different cultures. And it seems to work. And it was working in the past, better probably than it is now, but it's because we're changing as humans, and risk should definitely need to be evenly distributed. Or if it was my opinion, which I'm not saying it has to be other people's opinion, but it should be risk spread through everyone. People that have taken risks. Elon Musk, he had to hire a bunch of people and pay a lot of money for it. Eventually, he's the one getting paid. He just did it in an intelligent way. Same with basically every business owner or big, large company CEO, or at least the ones that created and started it up. Maybe not the ones who are just in it now, that just got a job because it looks good on paper. This is my job, and I will say anything because this is my job and I chose this. But I don't really have like a soul. I don't really have like a desire, a heart, a drive for this. I really was just after the job, maybe, or something, compared to the person who actually created such a thing. I don't know if that's all the way correct. I think those people could have passion for it, but in general, I suppose it could happen. We'll see what happens, but that seems like the fairest. And I don't see the government like why back down, But I also see people saying why back down, but learn to live together, All right, give and take. Not everything comes without a risk. Everything has a risk, and a small reward or large reward or sacrifice. Enjoy your day.